Serenity again. I'm still in Newport at the beach. And look, we went all the way from that beach to this beach. Making sandwiches. But guess who they're for?
Who are they for?
The homeless.
The homeless?
Let me see a check. Mama, can you get a check, Mama? Check. Check, Mama. I think it's dry.
Okay.
Touch it and see.
Okay, it's dry. Welcome back! Thanks for tuning back in. Or if this is your first time, welcome to Mye Life. I am Mye Meeks, and here I talk about my life, but I spell it M-Y-E for Myesha. Anyway, talk about my life after 40. I'm 42. I'm a single mother. I am an entrepreneur, but most importantly, I'm a believer, and I am being faith-led into this journey. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tuned. On this episode, I want to introduce you to the most important little person in my life. That would be my daughter, Serenity. I'm not savvy with all this tech stuff, so I'm just going to show y'all a picture. Can you see? Can you see the baby? I hope you can see the baby. That's my baby. She's 11 years old. She is the love of my life, and I've had such a joy raising her. She was premature. She came 7 weeks early due to my stress. I had a lot of stress on me during that time. But overall, she came out beautiful. She had a few little health issues, but she's just so healthy and beautiful and wonderful now. She stayed in NICU for about a month before we could bring her home. And when I say we, it was me and my mom. I had to move back home. And so my mom helped the first year to 3 of her life raising her because I was extremely sick. So I couldn't do it by myself. So I'm blessed to have a mother that was there to help me raise this child. Serenity is really into her family. She's really into her friends. Serenity has been a little model and actress since the tender age of, she was 3, 2.5, 3 when she started. So you wonder, how did she get into that? That's what a lot of people want to know about Serenity. How did she get into the modeling and the acting and all of that? Well, I will have to say this, since we've been doing this for a while, there's just some children that just have it, period. And she was a character. She still is a character, but even at a young age, she was just a character. She loved people like she met no stranger, even at 2. She spoke clearly, because one thing about me, I never wanted to talk to her like a baby. So we would have like full-on conversations. Here I am talking to a little child, like, not that she's a grown-up, but I don't do that. I didn't do that baby talk. So with that, her vocabulary, her punctuation, like, she speaks very well. So we were in California, and we were visiting some friends who at the time, they were shooting a pilot for a big show. I'm not going to say the name, but they were shooting the pilot of this show. And the reason we went out there were a couple of reasons. My friend she had recently lost her father. So in my mind, I was like, well, let me get to them. Let me get, so maybe I could be a support and the girls can see each other. So Their daughter at the time was 9 and Serenity was 2.5. Both of them had birthdays within a week apart. So their daughter was turning 10. Serenity was going to be turning 3. So we're out there and they're actually shooting a pilot for this TV show nobody had heard of at the time. And we were blessed enough to join them on set. And while we were on set, Serenity was just being Serenity. She was just being a little hoot. Had a little dance, whatever she was doing. Now, we're not out there for Serenity. We're out there to support their daughter. And I was out there because at the time I wanted to learn more about hair in that industry. So basically asking questions about what is it like being on set doing hair? How do you get into it? Because I was really interested I was really interested in doing hair on set. That was like my next goal. So I had a purpose when it came to being on the set was because of hair. Outside of that, it was for the girls to have fun and catch up and yada yada, and for me to be there for my friend. And so anyway, we're on set and Serenity's doing her thing. And I will never forget, there was a lady, I don't remember who she was. I'm so sorry, but I can't remember. She was working on the set. I don't know if she was like the acting coach. I'm not sure. It was a sister. And she was just like, your little girl is a hoot. And I was like, yeah. She said, if I were you, when you get back to Texas, I would submit like some pictures to your local agencies because I have a feeling I'm going to see her again. And so, there's this stigma with Hollywood that like, people just say stuff to be saying stuff. And so in my mind, I was like, yeah, she is kind of funny, but whatever. But in another part of my mind, I was like, she may be onto something. So when we got back home, I I said, hey, Serenity, get in front of the house. Took some pictures of her, just candid pictures. And the only agency I knew was the one that my friend's daughter had been associated with. My homeboy, he was like, you need to take the pictures up there, Mye. I was like, okay. So I took them up there. We set up a meeting with the agency, and the 2 agents met Serenity and they loved her. So they signed her at 3. And so she did some print booking, not really a lot of acting at the time because she couldn't read. But another friend of mine introduced me to an acting coach. And at the time, she was not taking kids this young. But apparently she saw something in Serenity. So we were driving to McKinney to take her to acting classes. Went to the first class and we all just like clicked. And so it was just like our little acting family. So she continued to take classes. And unfortunately, we didn't stay with that first agency. And when she turned 5, she moved to a different agency where she was able to book a lot more. And she was able to book more print jobs, more commercial jobs. She was able to book her first feature film, which was in 2020. She's in the movie A Christmas Surprise. She plays Belinda at the opening scene. And so it has just been a beautiful journey because it's not about me wanting it for Serenity. It's about Serenity wanting it for herself. And the more she took her acting classes, the more she did auditions. And even when she gets booked, it's like, oh, I'm winning a prize. And she even handled the, I guess I'll say rejection. I'll use that term loosely, but there's a lot of rejection in this business. So when she didn't get a part that she really, really thought she would get, and I really thought she should get, she's like, maybe next time. And so she taught me how to deal with that type of rejection at an early age, because I'm like, of course, everybody thinks their kid's the best. But then I soon learned that, yeah, we all think our kid is the best, but they may be looking for a specific type. Or they may have a child that just came in and blew them away and they're just like, we just gonna go with her. And that's kind of what happened with A Christmas Surprise, because we did the audition. It's 2020, so we're auditioning at home now. And we're in her room. She's just coming back from visiting family in East Texas. I was like, hey, you got this audition. And she had like purple braids. It was crazy. But we had the best time shooting that audition. We laughed. We had fun. It was just a lot. She had to like fall on the ground. It was so much fun. And I guess that energy showed when the casting director saw it, and not only the casting director, but the director herself, Miss Terry J. Vaughn, saw Serenity and was like, that's who we want. We want her. She's going to play my daughter. And it was literally just like that. So I say all that to say, when they want you, they want you. And when it's your time, it's your time. So Serenity taught me that through this acting journey. So that's another part of her life, and she continues to act and model, and you saw a picture of her. That was one of her recent photo shoots. But outside of that, she loves to ride her bike. She actually has her own YouTube, which is called Noodles and Chicken. I ate so much pho when I was pregnant with her. She came out just eating with chopsticks, like legit. She was 3 years old eating with chopsticks. So I call her my little Blasian baby because she's not Asian, but she acts and eats like an Asian, but she's black. So she loves anything ramen, noodles, but then there's that chicken aspect. She didn't start eating meat until later in life because she had some health issues as far as swallowing, and I didn't want to give her any meat or anything hard to digest in her early years. But once she got a hold of my chicken, it was a done deal. So my baby loves to eat. She loves to eat. And so because of that love, she's not picky. We've decided to put that on film because she's a big fan of mukbangs and ASMRs and that kind of stuff. So she has me filming her eating. So her page is Noodles and Chicken. You can check her out if you like that kind of thing. It's cute and it's fun, and I'm on there too every once in a while eating. I'm not gonna be on there much because I gotta get some of this sauce. Unless we're eating some salads or drinking some green juice, mama gotta push back some. But anyway, she's a lot of fun. She's a great kid. Like I said, she loves her family. She loves her friends. She just she's a lover. She's a lover of all things. And I don't know. People that know her and that have been around her since she was a baby up until now, because she's always going to be my baby, they've just seen that growth. She has a strong discernment for a child. She has a great relationship with God, and that was very important to me growing up because I grew up in the church. I did. And of course, when you grow up in the church, you want your child to have the same or similar experiences growing up with that community. So once we found that community, we just kind of latched on, which is Embassy City. That's our community. And so unfortunately, the pandemic has kept us out of the church, but we still watch and we're dedicated to them. That's where I pay my tithes, all of that. But she just loves being there. She loves, at this point, helping with the kids. So, that's my kid. She's a great kid. And I'm sure at some point you'll see her on my channel because she has no clue I'm doing this. No clue. So she'll be ecstatic. And yeah. And if there's anything that I missed or I left out about little mama and that you want to know about her, let me know. And I'll leave it there. But this is just basically off the top of my head, just so you can get a better understanding of who my child is. So, one thing, very important. She has a love for homeless people. And so at some point, because she does have her channel, we will want to work on a foundation for her. Until then, she finds it necessary, when I say necessary, to feed and help as many homeless people as she can. So we've teamed up with the Ladder Project here in Dallas, and this holiday season and beyond, we will be helping to feed, clothe, and work with one family at a time. I think they do one family at a time to help them, and they'll have food drives and other things. But if you're interested in helping with that, let me know and I'll give you the information. But until next time, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I love you. If this has been interesting to you, please leave me a comment, subscribe, bell. I'm getting used to this whole YouTube thing, but yeah, just let me know what you think. Your opinion does matter to me. So I hope all is well. Be blessed. Peace.